What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Today we're back at it again with another anonymous plot leak, this time for the Eternals, which is set to be released in November. And where normally I tell you to take all of these anonymous leaks with a grain of salt, today's leak has been vetted by multiple sources while it's been making its way around the internet. One specific subreddit with pretty high standards has gone ahead and vetted this source and confirmed the factual evidence involved that this is an actual plot leak for the upcoming Eternals. And although it was taken during early and test screening, and some of this might not make it into the film, a lot of it probably will. So we're going to issue the normal spoiler warning, of course twofold, take it with a grain of salt, but also not to ruin the movie for yourself. We're going to break it all down, we're going to overlay the text for you and read through it word for word. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers. We just announced the winner for the 800,000 subscriber PlayStation 5 yesterday. Guys, I have to tell you about this real quick. It ended up that a kid ended up winning. He was 15, and at first his mom thought this was a huge scam. After talking to her and convincing her that I'm not a scammer, that her son truly did just win a PlayStation 5, she told me that he was a really good kid who deserved this blessing and that this was going to be his first console ever. So not really knowing their situation, and also knowing if I was a 15-year-old kid who had just won a PlayStation 5, what would happen if I didn't have an awesome TV to play it on? So we threw in a 55-inch 4K television. Grinch, congratulations, man, on your first console, a PlayStation 5. You've got Miles Morales, an extra controller, and a 55-inch 4K television headed your way, guys, and it's that simple. If you want to be entered to win the next PlayStation 5 or any of the other prizes we give away at the channel, which include Disney Plus subscriptions every Friday, all you have to do, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so we're about to throw this plot leak up for the Eternals and read through it, and I'm going to explain when we do that why there's an extra level of caution here. But the normal spoiler warning goes, take anything that doesn't come directly from Marvel Studios, these anonymous leaks included, with a grain of salt. However, today's source has been vetted by the subreddit mods over on Marvel Reddit Spoilers, who have sort of started requiring a degree of evidence and factual evidence to take these sort of leaks on. And since it was posted there, they have a little disclaimer, which I'll read when we post the text, which we're about to do. So final spoiler warning, if this is in any way going to ruin the Eternals or Marvel Phase 4 for you, only you know if you're susceptible to this kind of thing, you might want to back out now. 3, 2, 1, let's dive right in. It starts by saying this plot summary was sent to us a few days ago and was followed by undeniable evidence of factual information by the leaker. Please remember that this plot is very early in test screening and included unfinished FX, temporary music tracks, and probably scenes that will fail to make the theatrical version. However, after several dives into the source's credentials, we have discerned that this is a legitimate plot leak for November's Eternals. It starts, enjoy the feast below. There's a lot of jumping around in time to give context to various plot points. I don't recall all of the linear order, so I'll just include the info as part of the synopsis. Opening title card explaining the Deviants and the Eternals. The Deviants were created by the Celestials to hunt predators that prey on intelligent life on newly evolving worlds. But then they started to hunt the life as well, so Celestials created the Eternals to kill the Deviants. Opens 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia. A man is fishing on some rocks with his son and is attacked by a deviant from the ocean. The Eternals show up and a short battle commences, after which they line up in a triangular hero pose, and this rolls into the Marvel logo opening. Jumps to present day, Circe and Dane Whitman are teachers in the UK and dating. During a class lesson, a large earthquake strikes, and Circe saves a child from a falling object by turning it into sand. Later, while out on a date, a deviant attacks Circe, Sprite, and Dane. During the battle, Icarus shows up, and they fight it off after noting that they thought all the deviants were destroyed, and unlike others, the deviant was able to heal its wounds. The group decide to visit Ajax, as she was the leader of the group. After arriving at a Midwest ranch where she is now living, they discover her dead body. A small golden device leaves Ajax's body and enters Circe. This is how she communicated with the Celestials. They then decide to round up the rest of the Eternals to deal with the Deviants. Thena and Gilgamesh are in Australia, I think due to an issue with her memory causing her to randomly attack other Eternals. Gilgamesh is obviously in love with Thena, but it is not played as a romantic relationship. Phastos and his husband live with their child, and he decides to help due to the fact that he has fully embraced the human race and wants to protect his family. Makkari has been living in the Eternal ship this whole time, I guess since there's a bunch of food containers and mess strewn about. Kingo is a Bollywood actor. There's a short dance routine that introduces this and then comes with the group along with his valet, I don't recall the name, who tries to document everything on video. Druig is living in some rainforest controlling a small village of people after losing faith in humanity and wanting to control them to stop war, famine, etc. Gilgamesh is killed fighting the deviants in the forest. Cersei learns that the Celestials created both races and that the Eternals are basically just very advanced robots. They siege young planets with a celestial egg that takes eons to mature. The evolving intelligent life on these planets feeds the Celestials' growth, so the Eternals are sent to protect the evolving life forms and kill the deviants. After the emergence, the Eternals are rebooted and sent to another world. This is the cause of Thena's memory issue, as she knows the planet is doomed, and this cycle has gone on for millions of years. Earth was seeded and Tiamat is about to emerge. This is the cause of the earthquake from earlier. Once awakened, the entire planet and all life will be destroyed. They debate on what to do, and some decide to try and find a way to stop the emergence. Icarus disagrees. Sprite and Kingo are on his side, but Kingo agrees to help. Phastos designs a device, Unimind, that will allow Druig to channel all the Eternals' energies in hope of controlling Tiamat and putting him back to sleep. Cersei learns that Icarus knew about the Celestials' actual plan, and this is why he left the group hundreds of years ago. He killed Ajak because she had decided to help stop the emergence and save the Earth. The group go to where Tiamat is and attempt to use the device. Icarus and Sprite attempt to stop them. Cersei then uses the device to amplify her power and turn Tiamat to marble just as his hand and part of his head are emerging from the Indian Ocean. Icarus flies off into space toward the sun, but it's unclear if he just flew off into the sun or killed himself, and Cersei makes Sprite a real human with what remains of her power. A few days later, Thena, Makkari, and Druig leave the ship to seek out other Eternals to try to stop the cycle of destruction. Cersei, Kingo, and Phastos stay on Earth, but then are pulled into space by Arishem and Vanish. Arishem and Vanish, my apologies, it's Arishem, that's one of the Celestials. The two end credit stingers. Dane is looking for an old box and pulls out a sword that is wrapped up. Just as he is about to touch it, an off-screen voice stops him. The second post-credit scene is on the Eternal ship. Pip the Troll appears and introduces Star Fox. So, to me, there is something definitely missing from this because it seems like we'll hardly see the Celestials. It also seems like all of the Eternals are infighting. There's a bunch of warring among them, and it doesn't really seem like there's a good and a bad, just a difference of opinion, Eternals on either side. I think it's pretty interesting how it sets up a lot of lore and sort of the back end of the MCU in a way we wouldn't otherwise see. And by all accounts so far, given what we know about the director, this film is set to be something completely different in the MCU than anything we've ever seen before. Rather than speculate on the entirety of this plot leak as it applies, there have been some plot leaks before, and I'm sure there'll be a couple more, but I'm gonna let this go ahead and wash over you guys and ask you guys what you think down in the comments about all of this. What do you think is actually happening during the Eternals? Which ones are gonna stick around? Why haven't they shown up at all during the Infinity Saga? And what's the future for Eternals, the Celestials, and their battle, especially including the Deviants here on Earth, if anything, going into the future of Marvel Phase 4 and 5? Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below, and quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright guys, we're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now. The next one is at 900,000 subscribers, and as I said, we just announced the winner for the 800K PlayStation 5 giveaway yesterday. Again, congratulations to Grinch. If you want to be entered to win the next one, any of the Disney Plus subscriptions every Friday, or any of the future prizes we announce here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be selected and then announced at the end of videos the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content is to hit the notification bell with notifications turned on, and as always, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me over on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, and all other music platforms with original music under All Fires. Thanks for checking out the channel, guys, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.